Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. We will keep this show very brief. I'm sure a lot of you guys kind of know what this show is about. There has been a post going viral on Facebook for the past few days in regard to a woman bashing the father of her child who will not be receiving his taxes. And we know a lot of people go through this every day with the IRS. If you owe back child support, if you owe on student loans, they take your shit, right? So the reason for the show Two Sides, even though we know there are three sides to a story, I called this show Two Sides because we only heard hers and we're gonna hear his. Okay. The truth, we'll never know what the actual truth is. Okay, this ain't court. So that's why the show is called Two Sides. We have heard her side. I think she said enough on Facebook, commented in regard to what kind of parent he is. So just so you guys have an idea, if you haven't been following me on Instagram, there's a woman, she goes by the name of Cindy. Cindy had came out on Facebook and thought it would be great to post a text thread between her and the father of her two children. Okay. Um, what I found sad was if I were to do what she did, I would have been on a 30-day ban, right? Because she showed the last four of his social. Everybody can see his name. We know his name is Zay. Everybody started running to her page to find out who he is. We all found out who he was. And they started to attack him, right? Because of her side, right? Her side is that he lost his taxes because he owes back child support. Now let me tell you a little something. I worked in child support for almost 7 years. I know how the shit works. Okay. Now, if a man is working and he loses his job, or if a man is put on child support and he didn't know he was on child support, that money will continue to charge. He will continue to be charged that amount. Once he finds out and he finds out that he's behind, it is his job to pay that back child support as well as the current. Okay. There are men in America who are put on child support out of spite and they have no fucking clue. You have some women that will put their baby daddies on child support and have the letter sent to his mom house, his grandma house, every house other than the one he actually fucking lives in. Okay. He doesn't see the notice. No one's telling him that he got that piece of mail, especially if you send it to a grandmother's house who's old as dirt and don't really check the mail often, right? Um, there are a lot of instances where men can fall behind on child support because of that. But society wants you to think that if a man is behind on child support, it's because he's a deadbeat dad. That is not true. That's bullshit, right? Um, so with her blasting him like that, when I last looked at the post, it was viral, over 40 something thousand shares and over 34,000 comments. Okay, so that's how viral it went. Now, when everyone was asking her for an update, she hit everybody with the line that I tell you people do when they go viral: follow me on TikTok for updates. You go to her TikTok, she's a music person and songwriter, so it is to promote her brand. I keep telling you motherfuckers every show. Anytime someone goes viral for doing something hateful, it's to promote their YouTube, it's to promote their business or their brand. I've said that so many times. She's willing to bash her baby daddy, who she chose to have two kids with, right? That right there, the money was more important than the morals, right? Um, and all it did was it brought hate to him, right? We never got to hear his side. So he's going to be coming on the show today to tell us his side because we've only heard hers, right? And then he keeps calling me and bothering me about this money. Let me tell you, ladies, something. You guys kill me with this shit. You put these men on child support, right? Right? You expect them to get a good job so they can pay child support, right? And health care and child care, whatever the fuck it may be. Because they don't just pay child support. They have to pay insurance too. They have to pay daycare costs too. They have to pay for that shit too. But in order for him to pay, he has to have a job. A lot of men need a car to get to that said job. Okay. So he was only asking for some of the money to get a car. Right. And then people were saying, oh, you broke bum, you broke motherfucker. But if he doesn't have a car to get a good job to pay that child support, he's a deadbeat dad. Right. Right. Lose, lose, right? And this individual now has three kids by two baby daddies and should be 30 in May. So again, these young girls having kids, thinking that is great. Then they want to trash the baby daddy who they decided to have more than one kid with. At that point, it's you. You're the problem. Okay, so let me see if he is on, and he is. Yay, he is on. Hello,
What's
how
going
are
on?
you?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. So everybody, first I want you to tell everybody what you want them to call you. So I, you want me to call you the Hardaway?
That's my rap name, but I go by Zay. My name's Xavion.
Okay, so we're gonna call him Zay. So everybody, this is Zay. Now, Zay, I don't know if you saw my Instagram, but I did post about you, and it did very well. I found so many photos on your page with you and your beautiful daughters, man, and you are all over the place, man, with your kids. So for
Thank
her to go on Facebook and tell everybody you're never there, you're a piece of shit, you don't stick around, you're not doing this. I found I actually counted over 40 photos and they were all at different times. So this man must be photoshopping, right? Which we know
you.
that's not
Definitely.
happening. So
hmm
Zay, I want you to go and tell your side, sir, because everybody's listening.
Well, like I said, I did a long extensive time in prison, 6 years. But before I went to prison, from 2000, when we had Leilani, my first daughter, in 2014, I've been nothing but a father from there, from pregnancy, from appointments to all that. I was there till I went to prison. Uh, she kind of, like I said, left me during prison and got with her second day baby daddy or whoever she's with now. And when I got home, basically treated me like I wasn't the first father or nothing like that. So everything I do for my kids is out of me. It's not coming from the county. It's not coming. It's coming from my husband, from me having a job, or whatever the case is. It's up to me to go get those kids. There's no co-parenting going on. She's not gonna drop them off halfway. She's not gonna do none of that. It's up to Xavier to drive all the way out there to get kids and come back every time. And it's all on me. And it's been hard for me since I've been home. It's not easy. I only been home not even 3 years, and I did 6. You know what I mean? And I get my girls every other weekend until, like I said, my transportation got messed up. So now I can't get my kids. So I was only trying to get the money so I can get back to work consistently and get my kids consistently like I was doing.
Okay. And I wanted to let you know that you're kind of cutting in and out. So I'm going to kind of repeat what you said because I know a lot of people probably didn't catch it. So, guys, Zay mentioned that he did 6 years in prison. Okay. He made a mistake. People make mistakes. Okay. He's been out of prison not even 3 years. He needs a car to continue to work so that he can make those payments and still get his kids. He was getting his kids at one point. Okay. If anybody went on my Instagram and Zay fell off, he'll come back. But if anybody went on my Instagram, you would have saw that I posted. I put a collage together of 9 photos of him with his daughters. He had way more than that. So if he did 6 years in prison, how was he able to take over 40 photos in different locations at different times with his daughters? That must be one hell of a Photoshop job, right? Which we know that that's not what's going on. So what she wanted to do to go viral so she can promote her bullshit ass music. If you go to her TikTok, none of her TikToks was TikToking. Okay. She was getting a few views here, a few views there. Now she's getting a lot of views and attention because it took bashing the father of her child. Now, mind you, they do have 2 kids together. So if a man isn't shit, if he's a lame, if he's broke, you typically wouldn't have 2 kids with him, right? Usually find out after 1 kid, oh, okay, this ain't gonna work. I can't keep doing this. But what he's trying to say is that he's trying to do better. He's trying to get his life right, and she doesn't want to work with him. And this is most of your baby mamas. This is what they do. They tell Facebook you're a piece of shit, right? Right? And talk about you. And then when you go to that father's page and you see him all over with his daughters, I posted a video of him showing up to see his daughters, and they were screaming, Daddy, Daddy. We know genuine love. We know what that is, right? If his kids didn't love him or didn't care and he wasn't in the picture, they were so happy to see him. Like he was Santa Claus and it was Christmas. Okay. I posted that because I wanted people to see what I saw without even talking to Zay. Okay. What this woman did was she brought the wrong attention to Zay. Now everyone's talking about this man saying he's a piece of shit for a dad. He has piece of shit for music. He shouldn't be making music. He should be getting a job. Well, he has a job, but he needs a car to continue to get there. People fall short. But the man did 6 years in prison. Now, just because he did time in prison doesn't make him a bad dad. It's how you act after you get out. Now, if you still living that street life and you're still not being an adult, then yeah, I'm going to get your ass. But this man has been trying to change. It is very hard for someone to get out of prison and find a 6-figure job. Unless you know somebody, unless they the CEO of that company, it's not going to happen anytime soon unless you become your own boss. That's why most guys who go to prison, they get out, they get a business degree, and they become their own boss because society won't give them a second chance. Well, that is if they're white. If they're white, they have a better luck with getting a second chance than a black man. We all know this, right? So here this man is trying to change. But in them 3 years that he's been out, he has been in his daughter's lives. So it would have been really cool of that baby mama to say, you know what? Let me give you enough to at least get a car. Because she still has another kid that she can claim, right? So at the end of the day, it's about compromise. So if he doesn't have a car to get to that said job and he loses that said job, how is she going to get that money? Right? Because child support don't give a fuck about a man trying. They don't. They only care about the mother. That's what it's for, right? They want the mom to get all the benefits. I'm hoping that Zay can come back. Zay, if you can come back on here, Zay, I know that you fell off. I'm hoping that he comes back on here, guys. But at the end of the day, we heard a little bit of his side. He has been in his kids' lives. It is all over his Facebook, right? She didn't tell that part. She was telling strangers on Facebook that he hasn't been there at all. Okay? You can't go on Facebook lying like that because people are going to find the truth. We're not going to sit here and believe one side, especially when you have another kid with another man. You should have put that pussy on ice, got yourself a good job, and you wouldn't be in this position, right? At the end of the day, it's these type of women. She's only 29 years old with 3 kids and 2 baby daddies. You can't make this up. That's not an accomplishment, right? But at least Zay is trying his best. Now, a trying man, that's a man you keep. A man that's trying, right? He might not be able to offer his daughters money or materialistic bullshit or trips and purses and bags and all that other shit. But time, that's something you don't get back. That's irreplaceable. He's willing to offer his time. He just needs a car so he can continue to move like he was moving prior to the issues. Now, mind you, if this man was already doing these things and trying, and then his car broke down, and then he had to get a new one, why would you penalize him, Cindy? Why would Cindy penalize Zay for trying? And then they get mad when he says, you know what? Well, she's not helping me. Can't keep a job. Let me go ahead and go back to what I know, the street life, right? And then most of them repeat. That's the way it happens. I don't know what he went to jail for. I didn't run his information. I wasn't going to do that since he agreed to come onto the show. I'm sure he will come on here and tell us why he went to prison. I really don't care why he went. I don't. That's not of my concern because he's been out for 3 years. We're not going to judge him off of when he was in prison 6 years. I'm judging you off of what you did when you got out of prison. The man has been working, trying to keep a job. You know how when you have a piece of shit for a car because you can't afford to just go buy one off the lot, right? And that car has issues, engine problems, brake problems, and it finally breaks down and it's not fixable because it's old. So why would you put money in fixing it when you can get a brand new one? He's trying to get a new car. The taxes that you put online that he's supposed to be getting back is over $4,000. What's wrong with giving that man half? He can go and offer up and find somebody selling a car and get that car in cash. What's wrong with helping him out so he can continue to pay you the money that you're screaming for, right? They will take away a man's ability to be a good dad and then go on Facebook and say he's not a good dad. That's a problem. What Cindy did was childish. But again, she's 29. What do you expect? She's a child. I think Zay was on the road, you guys. He was on the road driving. So I'm sure he's going to probably pull in or pull over somewhere and he will get back on the show. Hold on. I'm just going to your comments. You know what, guys? If you go onto her page, because you know right now I can't comment, I can't say anything, but I don't mind Cindy coming on the show. I don't mind. But women like her who did shit like that to go viral, they typically won't come on the show and say, yeah, I lied a little bit. They have to keep the line going so you can go to her TikTok and keep increasing her views. So that's why I didn't invite Cindy on. I invited Zay because I knew Cindy's motive. She wants to be popular. She wants to go viral. Women do this every time. Before she made that child support post, she wasn't doing anything. Then when they go viral, they change their page to a digital creator, right? So now they can start getting monetized. There's a method to these women. There's a method. They do it to go viral, even if it means hurting someone. That's what they do. Let me see here. I'm looking at your comments. Let me drop this link in here because maybe he's probably listening in. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but if you guys were listening to him earlier, he was cutting in and out. He was driving. Um, she said, "What's an update on Erica?" I have not heard back from Erica. She blocked me. So after we had Erica's the father of her kid on my show, all of a sudden she blocked me. So I don't think there's gonna be an update with Erica at all because she's running, because I exposed her. Like I said, she used me to get on my show because again, Erica was the type of person where if you posted her share and it did better on your page, she was more upset that it didn't do good on her own page. So Erica came onto my show, guys, knowing that she was lying, knowing that she was clout chasing to get the attention. So after I had her, the father for child, on my show, and I went back to check, I was blocked. So I doubt that she would come back on, and I haven't heard from her daughter either. So again, that's what females typically do when they get caught. They run. No accountability. So again, it's sad. It's sad how women are. And that was another woman who laughed about child support. So like I said, Zay is going through something worse because he's trying to get his life back, right? And now people are seeing him as a deadbeat dad. It's embarrassing. Her post was at 40,000 shares. When it's worldwide like that, it's scary because people are looking at you like a bad father. You're already trying to get your life back for making a mistake, right? Serving time in prison. The last thing you need is someone judging you now, saying that you're a bad dad, you went to prison. Like, what are you good for? Right? It's sad, but we're not going to let these females continue to talk bad about these men. And the men don't get a say so. It's not right. Even if he did do 6 years in prison, she still has his kids. So at what point was he this bad guy? That's all I want to know. You can't go on Facebook and tell everybody what you want to tell them. See, women will believe that shit right off the bat because they got baby daddies, right? But someone that's actually wanting the truth will say, well, what did he say? Can we hear his side? That's me. I want to hear both. Steven, nope. Alexis guy did not respond to me yet. Y'all know she's not. I wish he would, because man, I told y'all, I come for celebrities too, even if they're a D-list celebrity. Alexis Sky had made a post today on her Instagram saying, I require love. I require a man that's going to give me flowers. I require a man that's going to say good morning. So, ladies, one thing I want to tell you is you can require 50 things from a man. But if you're not willing to reciprocate what you require, shut the fuck up. That's my answer to that. Shut up. A lot of these single women with a lot of kids have a lot to say about what they require. But why are you single? Why did all these men leave you? Somebody ain't telling the truth here. Why not do a video why it didn't work? Why not do a video why you couldn't keep a man? Why not do a video why, you're still single as of today and you're pushing like late 40s or late 30s, whatever it may be. That's the video you want to do, the ugly truth. No one wants you telling women you're a queen. Put your crown on. Don't tell women that. A lot of these women are not queens, not even close to a queen. They don't carry themselves like a queen. They carry themselves like a 304, a genetically modified 304. That's how they carry themselves. But when women tell other women you are queens, adjust your crown, you did nothing wrong, you require this and that, all that does is have women, yes, bitch, I knew I did. But if Alexis Sky said, ladies, let go of that masculinity. Don't be afraid to wear your natural hair. Don't be afraid to embrace your natural curves. Stop laying on these tables and risking your life for a body type that men don't give a fuck about. It's the pussy they want. Y'all can have a chromosome-shaped body attached to some bad pussy, and you just went and almost died for nothing. You feel me? Now, if a woman told another woman the truth like that, now she's a pick-me. Now she's an insecure-ass bitch, right? Now she's a dick panderer. That's what women do. When you're telling them everything they want to hear, they're your best friend. But Alexis Sky is the same woman who got passed around on Love and Hip Hop by all these men. Now, all of a sudden, she sees God. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with wanting to change your ways. But be consistent with that. You can't say, I'm now seeking God and I'm trying to do something different. No sex until I know it's real. You can't go from that to telling women that they deserve the world. But not about how they need to work on themselves. It don't work like that. So Alexis Sky is not going to respond to me because I said the truth. That's what it is. I would never take advice from a woman that couldn't keep a man herself. Her baby daddy is Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap got Mashika. What's that other woman's name from Love and Hip Hop? Masika, I don't know her name. She's built crazy too. But there's another girl named Masika, I think is her name, on Love and Hip Hop. That's another one of Fetty Wap's baby mamas. He got them both pregnant around the same time. And now you're trying to tell women how to be strong and courageous? You couldn't do it. All I'm saying is a man will cheat on a woman, okay? A man will cheat on a woman that he got at home that's built like a number 8 with a woman that has a fupa. I've seen it happen. And women would say, well, why'd you cheat on that fat ass bitch? It ain't about the outer appearance. Her inner appearance is sexy as fuck. You feel me? You got a lot of men that don't give a fuck if a woman has a small little pouch. But these women are over here dying, trying to look sexy and perfect for a man that ain't even keeping them around. Now that you got all this surgery and you're still single with a bunch of kids, what have you accomplished? Absolutely nothing. But hey, you got a couple Birkin bags, right? Okay, guys, Zay is back on. I got Zay coming back on the show, and then we'll be able to ask him a little bit more. Hold on, guys. Hey, Zay, we were worried about you, man.
Man, look, I told him like I'm on my way to get my haircut 4 o'clock, so I'm in a car and my phone kind of dying in and out right now.
Okay, dang, it's not okay. So I know that a few people wanted to know a little bit about, what happened, what landed you in prison. I actually said I didn't care why you went because you've been out for almost a few years. But do you want to share with why you went to prison?
Okay, the first time, really, I got sentenced for something I did when I was in juvenile hall. It was kind of like a joint suspension case that I didn't know that I signed when I was 16 because I got charged as adult. So I didn't know that any violation that I did was going to send me to prison for that, the real time I was supposed to get, you mean as a juvenile. So when I got a violation for probation, they sent me to prison for 3.5 years. Wow. I did 3.5 years. I actually got home. When I got home, the mother of my children had my kids sleeping in a hotel. So I moved them into San Bernardino to my grandma's house. I live in the hood. I'm from the hood. So I was back basically in an environment that I didn't want to be in, but I had to be because of my kids and whatever cases, because I had to I had to shelter my baby mama and my kids fresh out of jail. So I didn't get out to, my girlfriend having somewhere stable for me and my kids to have. I just got out basically to the struggle again. That kind of basically leaned me back to my old ways, and it's not an excuse. And I know that now it's not an excuse for what I did or whatever the case is. But I went back to how I know to get money, and that was to the streets. I went back, ran the streets trying to take care of, like I said, my kids and my baby mama and whatever case is going on with me, and end up slipping right back into prison again for 2.5 years. That's when my baby mama had left and did what she had to do. I understand because, like I said, I left you out here to raise 2 kids by yourself or whatever the case is. So you did what you needed to do to survive. But as far as when I got home, I ain't been nothing but trying to be a parent and trying to be there for my kids. And that's it.
Wow, Zay. One thing I respect about you, man, you took accountability. You said, I'm not going to sit up here and make excuses. I fucked up. And you said she did what she had to do. Not one time did you bash Cindy. But when I went on Facebook, she had a lot to say about you to these strangers. So why do you think Cindy is attacking you now and wanting to go viral by hurting you?
You said what now?
I said, why do you think Cindy decided to make that post to attack you just to go viral? Okay, looks like he cut out again, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, you guys, but from what he said, he took accountability. He said, I did some shit when I was young, got in trouble, went to prison, 3.5 years, got out, had to find a way to feed my family. She was staying at a hotel. He moved her and his kids to live with his grandmother because he knew that they wouldn't have had no other place to go. And then he had to keep up with the bills. So he went back to what he knew. You guys heard me say that. Most people repeat because they can't find a job after prison. So he was out there hustling, trying to make sure that his kids and that his girlfriend could survive, right? Got caught, went to prison, and that's when she had enough. But he also said she did what she had to do to survive, meaning putting them on child support. Now, once did he say fuck that bitch? Well, that bitch played me. Guys, he was cool about it. He took accountability. But Cindy is not taking accountability. She's talking bad about this man. And here, I don't get it. We've had 2 baby daddies on my podcast so far. And even though the women have bashed them through the mud, embarrassed them, belittled them, went viral to hurt them. These men are still saying, I take accountability for being bad and she had to do what she had to do. What? That should tell y'all women enough. Men ain't out here doing what y'all doing to them. So why are y'all doing it? Just to go viral? His daughters love him. If you guys go to his page, if you go to my Instagram, you'll see his Facebook page. His daughters love him. And now you got the mom embarrassing him. Y'all see it? That's all I'm saying. He went to prison because he made some mistakes. He was selling. That's what most men do. When you live in the hood and you're from the hood and you're a product of the hood, you do hood things. That's very true. But now he's mature, trying to get better. He's been out of prison almost 3 years. That's a man that's trying. That's all I'm saying, you guys. But let's not act like men get out of prison and get 6-figure jobs. Get out of here. They don't. It's harder for a black man that has went to prison to get a good job than a white man. I've seen it. So ladies, don't make it harder for them. They're only trying to get a job so they can pay you. You're on Facebook saying you want your money, right? How is he going to give it to you if he's not working? That's all I'm saying. And you know that his path to finding a good job is going to be like arithmetic. Hard. People are going to say, no. We're scared. No. He's still a convict, right? That's all I'm saying. A trying man is a man that you want to work with because he's trying. Now, if he said, yeah, Daphne, I've been out of prison for 2 weeks, then I'm going to be like, well, you ain't learning. But he's been out almost 3 years. And that's not easy for someone who's trying to stay on the straight and narrow. Because y'all know if anybody in the chat knows somebody who sells, they make good money. They could be making 5-10 racks in a week, right? Now you're telling them, okay, find a good job. Find a good job where you can actually pay your child support. What's out there? McDonald's, $16 an hour. So now they're going from them 5 to 10 racks a week to what? $400 or $500 a week? And that's before they take out taxes and child support. So understand why a lot of these men go back to that life. Because if they don't, how are they going to pay their back child support? Because let me tell y'all, when men or women owe back child support, they're going to take a piece from the back end and the front end until you pay it. You're going to be paying both in one lump sum. So every 2 weeks, you could be paying $450. And let's say a $150 is for back child support and the rest is for the current. That's the way it works. You're going to be paying both. Until that back child support is paid in full, then you'll have just your current. That's the way it works. So when you have to pay all that, you know it's not going to be a small amount. So remember that, guys. You got to remember that type of shit. You do. I've worked with men who were put on child support when they were in college. How? How the fuck can a woman do that? You tell me. I didn't know women can do that while they're in college. School checks is not a job. Because you think he's going to go to the NBA? So your parents tell you to put him on child support because you guys think he's going to go to the NBA. So he's in college. He graduates and finds out he's already 1.5 years, 2 years in debt with child support. It happens like that, y'all. It happens like that. Believe it or not. These women think these men are going to go straight to the NBA. I don't know how the government would allow them to put these people on child support if they're in college. Because you're not really making good money. Come on, you guys. It happens. It happens. I know 2 people it's happening to right now. So again, when someone owes back child support, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a piece of shit. Y'all can't keep labeling people like that. It's not right. Some people fell on hard times. We don't know their situation. When COVID hit, why do you think a lot of men were committing suicide? The suicide rates were higher in men during COVID because they lost their jobs. Imagine losing your job. You worked your ass off to pay up your child support. Finally got your L's back. And now you're about to go back to square motherfucking one. And even though you can't pay your child support, the interest will still keep going. It's like a student loan. You might not be able to pay your student loans right now. So let me go ahead and get on the deferment. Go ahead and get on that deferment, but you're still going to pay the interest. You're not winning. You're not winning. That's the way the government is. That's all I'm saying. So no matter what, the difference is he's out of prison now. and he wants to be there for his kids, even though the mother is bashing him on Facebook. It's not right, guys, but that's what these 20-something-year-old women do. That's the only thing they know to go viral. They knew. And then her baby daddy, her new baby daddy, made a post. It's not me who she's talking about, guys. Then that post went viral. So they know it's a calculated plan. On her Facebook, before she made that post to bash Zay, she made sure everything else was private. So you couldn't find it. But we found it. We found it. But then you go to Zay's page and you see his beautiful daughters all over it. He loves his daughters. You don't find a lot of men that are fucked up, know they fucked up, and they're trying to grow, and they're just begging to be in their kids' lives because they don't like the mother. They hate the mother, so they don't even want to do anything it takes because they don't want to deal with her. Women like Cindy is why men give up. Women like Cindy is why men lose their licenses and all that other type of shit. They're trying. Now, if Zay said, well, yeah, I don't do shit but smoke and make music, then yeah, get him. But that's not what he said. He said, I was getting my kids actively when I had a car because he can go and pick them up. So all I'm saying, you guys, is look, what Cindy did wasn't right at all. And if I had posted what she posted, I would lose my Facebook again. I get my Facebook back tomorrow and I have to now walk on eggshells. So of course y'all know I'm not going to post it. But on my Instagram, it is there. Hold on one second. Okay, Zay. Zay's back.
I'm back this time for sure.
No, what I was saying to you, Zay, is I appreciate you not bashing Cindy. Because look, these women go on Facebook, they talk bad about the fathers, and all people do is call you a piece of shit. When I went to the Facebook, her page, your picture was all over. There were pictures of you. They said your music sucks. You're a wannabe athlete, and she was laughing at what they were saying. So it's crazy that this woman didn't mind bashing you, but you said she had to do what she had to do, and you never once insulted her. So let me ask you this: why do you think Cindy is so mad, man?
Um, I can't even. Maybe personal issues or something to do. I still think about that today. But like I said, she posted the post. I don't know if you guys cut out, but she basically retaliated to me. Like I said, I'm gonna own up to everything I did. I had posted about her first on Facebook, but it was only up there for about 5 minutes until she responded. You feel me? She responded to the post, but she didn't respond back to none of the calls I was calling her. Before I blew up dramatically, I was already texting her and calling her repeatedly, you feel me? And she wasn't answering, doing none of that. I know she see me calling, and she does that when I try to talk to my kids as well. I'll send her a text message like, hey, can I talk to the girls? I won't get a call from the girls until 3-4 days later. You know what I'm saying? So,
So
I
somebody had asked. They said, "What made you claim your daughters this time? Did you ever do it before, or did you decided to do it this one time?"
what do you mean?
Like, because when she posted,
What
she
was the
said you
question?
claimed the kids without her knowing. That's why you're not getting the money. What made you claim them?
Okay, last year, like I said, I've been working since I've been home. That's how I got off parole. I'm not on parole or probation or none of that. I've been working since I've been home. Whether it's a warehouse job, whether it's security, whether it's a grocery store, whether it's a fast food, whether I don't care. As long as it's giving me a check, that's what I'm gonna go do. Um, that's how I got off parole and stuff like that. I asked her last year. I said, "Hey, Cindy, I've been working all this year. Can I use the babies for taxes?" She told me no, flat out no. So this year I took initiative myself and used my baby because that's my baby too. And you're not gonna tell me no when I'm working, coming to pick the kids up every other weekend, and I'm trying to use. And you're not even gonna file taxes at all. You're gonna try to give my daughter to somebody else to file and get some money for it. I don't feel
Hmm.
like that's fair at all. So
Nope.
can I use my daughter? You know what I'm saying? She didn't. She said no. So I took the liberty to use my daughter myself because I'm going to be go pick my daughter up and get them every other weekend anyway. Why not? This is what I'm working for. That's my baby too.
I
So
heard that.
that's
So,
why.
so it was Cindy working. So Cindy doesn't work to make enough to file. Is that what you're saying?
If that was the case, there wouldn't be no welfare in place. If that was the case, from what I
Correct.
know,
Correct.
if that
Welfare is
if
based
she's
off of if
working.
she's working. If
And
she's working a job.
there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for nothing or whatever the case is when you have the father of the household in the house, on top of that, and yourself and your extra help as far as your mom or whatever the case is and living with you, you know what I'm saying, the grandma, and there's welfare still involved.
Wow.
When I know single moms with no daddy in the house, none of that, with 5 kids, and not one word for a check, making it happen.
I feel you. And you're saying that if you did not claim your daughters, she was gonna let like a family member, somebody else
She was
claim
gonna
them.
let somebody else claim them and get the money from anyway. So why not the dad?
Huh. And then that's against the law too if she would have did that because the IRS don't play that anymore. So you could have easily said, hold on, that's not who was taking care of the kids. I have proof, and she would have gotten more trouble. So you actually saved her the chance of getting in trouble with the IRS. They don't play that now.
And
So
she told me after I texted her, whatever case is, and told her like, hey, can you take the post down off of Facebook? I got people, multiple people hitting me up. Like I said, I am an artist trying to be an artist. So I got multiple people hitting me up like, hey, your baby mama doing this and that. It's making my it's discouraging my character down. But I'm not worried about it because everybody knows that I go crazy for my kids, so that's not a problem. So I'm not worried about the realities. I just telling her like, look, I even wrote it to her, look, I don't want no problems. Like, you feel me? Take the post down. I'm gonna take the post down. I'm gonna take care of the child support the right way. Like I said, with the paperwork, I'm gonna pay the child support and I'm gonna be a father. Like, you feel me? The rest of the bull, I don't even need it. You know what I mean? But I shouldn't have got on Facebook in the first place and tagged her and said anything because she retaliated on it. And at the end of the day, it kind of bite me in the ass for saying anything. But at the end of the road, I was just trying to get her attention to talk to her about the situation. And it took Facebook to do that.
okay,
So,
so I want to make sure I got it right. So you initially made a post on Facebook because you tried to reach out to her through the phone and she was not picking up, not answering. When you
yes.
made that post on Facebook, now all of a sudden she responds and you're like, well, finally, I got you. And then you
Yeah.
delete it. And then instead of her calling you like an adult, she then made that Facebook post to get you
She
back.
made the post. Exactly.
Okay, how come she didn't take hers down?
I don't know. I asked her to, but I really don't. At this point, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It is what it is at this point. I'm still going to
It,
try to do for my kids and be there.
Well, honestly, it does matter. What she did is a violation because not only did she post your name, even if it wasn't your full government name, people that know you guys know you by Zay, correct?
Yes.
She also posted the last four of your social. Is that correct?
Yes.
She also posted the amount you were supposed to get back in your refund. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's personal information. Did you give her consent to share that part?
No, I did not.
Okay, so because she shared that information and that's your private information, you can get her based off of that. Because all it did was send people. And let me ask you a question. Since Cindy's post went viral, did anybody reach out to you and say, man, we see your shit online, bro?
Man, I got screenshots right now to everybody that hit me up.
Okay, so the reason why I'm saying is because when I posted somebody's address, I was on a 30-day ban. And that was just a person that came at me incorrect. She posted your personal information. The last four of somebody's social, it's not hard to find when your birthday is, your age, and all that. What she did was a violation. And you could have reported the post and she could be on a 30-day ban right now. So even though I know you're saying it doesn't matter, it does matter because if she covered up your private information and your name, then everybody would have had to guess that doesn't know you guys. But
Yeah.
because we know you, when I went to her page, I saw all your pictures. I saw you with your basketball team. I think you play basketball. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. People were posting where we can listen to your music, how you're doing this, doing that. It brought out more people to look up you and find more information about you because of what she said. So you can actually take that post that she made and say that that's defamation of your character and it brought the wrong attention to you. And you
Okay.
can use that in court. So I'm just saying, man, I can be a witness to that because I saw it. I used to work for child support, man. What I'm saying is you have more rights than you think. What Cindy did was immature, but also it's dangerous. It's a dangerous game. So since she wants to play, we need to hold Cindy accountable. Now you need to also not be afraid to hold her accountable. I know that's the mother of your kids, but she didn't think about you when she posted your private information, right?
No.
Okay, so you have to have the same mentality. I also think you should do a GoFundMe. I know it might sound funny to you, but women do this shit every day. We know what she did to you, and we can get her back by you starting a GoFundMe saying, "I'm trying to raise money to get a car to be with my kids," and I will share that shit everywhere across my social media, everywhere it takes to get you to get that car. Okay, that's how we
Okay.
win, and it's the fair way to do it. So I'm just telling you ways that we can get around it. You need to take Cindy to court. That's your first thing. You got the screenshot. We saw the last four of your social. We know you claimed head of household. Those are your kids at the end of the day. You don't have to ask a mother permission if you're getting your kids every other weekend. That means that you guys are co-parenting. So if Cindy wasn't going to claim her kids and she was going to let a family member claim them, then you would have had another charge that you can get because that's against the law. IRS cracked down on that. So I'm just saying, Cindy was wrong, more wrong than what you did. Even if you posted that post first, you took it down. Hers has been sitting there. It went viral. I'm sure you know it went viral, right?
Yeah, I do.
So 40,000 people know who Zay is. 40,000 people think that you're a bad father because of Cindy. That's defamation of character, and it wasn't the full truth. So again, Zay, I'm willing to work with you so we can hold Cindy accountable. I'm willing to be your character
Um,
witness. I'll write a statement out for you, and I want you to start a GoFundMe. And I'm going to send you the collage I made of you and your kids, and I want that to be the picture. You tell everybody you're trying to get a car so you can continue to be a father to your kids, and just be honest. And we're going to share that link everywhere. I have people that are verified that follow me, and we're going to get you to that goal. All right.
okay, thank you.
I mean, like I said, Zay, I'm also a life coach for men. So I want you to know that whatever you're going through, man, you're going to go through some tough times. I work with people who did worse than you. I work with a client who was sentenced to 30 years for murder, and he got out and he's trying to relive his life. Now, he did more time than you. This man has been through the ringer longer than you, and he's changing, and I helped him get back. So if you need someone to talk to, bro, this is between me and you. I got your back. Okay?
Thank you.
Don't let that woman bring you down, man, because most men would not have reacted like you. And I can tell you a good guy because you haven't bashed her once. But a lot of people that saw what she said about you on my Instagram, they had a lot of stuff to say about Cindy. And you haven't said nothing bad. But when she's saying that you're making threats and, oh, go to the cops, Cindy, let's make sure he never sees his daughters again. That's what I plan to do. Those are threats. Those are threats too. So again, Zay, hold your head up, man, because I know those daughters love you. I watched that video of you knocking on the door and your daughter's running out, Daddy! And it makes you feel some type of way. This is a good dad. His daughters, they love this man. This is their hero. So Zay, you are their hero, whether you believe it or not. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much
Now, what does your time look like? Because I know a few people want to ask you some questions, and then I'll go ahead and let you go. Do you still have about maybe 15 minutes?
Yeah, I got about 15 minutes.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put this link in the chat. Okay, you guys, I just put the link in the chat. Zay has about 15 minutes. If you guys have any questions, now Zay, if you don't mind answering this, what state are you in? Because I know you're 2 hours behind me.
I'm in California.
Cali? Okay, yeah. I figured you was in Cali. Okay, so I know a lot of people that listen in, they're in Cali. If anybody has any resources, if you have a business out there in Cali, anything that you can provide to Zay, I just dropped the link. Come on to the chat. He's in Cali. If you guys have any options or resources for him, he can use it. But Zay, I think the biggest thing you should do, please create that GoFundMe. Tell him what you need that money for. And then you have the screenshot of Cindy. I'm going to go back and get a lot of stuff that can help you. And even if you can't go to court in person, you can go online and file for a court hearing to discuss the custody of your kids and how you guys can co-parent. And you can show the judge what Cindy was doing with her off time. Because again, Facebook has gotten a lot of kids taken away from their parents. I've seen it. I went to many court appearances. What you say and what you do on Facebook, it tells the judge a lot about your character. And what Cindy did was a violation, man. It was. Guys, anybody have any questions for Zay? He does have about 15 minutes. I'm just looking at the comments. Hold on. I just dropped the link. If anybody wants to come on and offer any words, Zay is in California. So if anyone has a business in Cali, if they know someone that's hiring in Cali, Zay is open to talking to you guys. Any questions? Okay, so Zay, what I'm gonna do for you, I think I have your Instagram. Is it the Hardaway? That's your Instagram too?
Yeah,
okay.
No, it's Zay_Hardaway.
Okay, so I'm gonna reach out to you on Instagram, and like I said, the first thing I want you to do, I want you to. Somebody asked, is he willing to take custody? So they wanted to know, are you willing to take full custody of your kids if you could?
Yes, I am.
He is. You guys.
I seen that my baby mama had 3 other kids when I came home, and I knew it was gonna be a struggle for her. I actually, when I had my stuff together, I asked her, "Can I have the kids?" And she told me no multiple times.
Okay, because if you get the kids most of the time or full time, then
she loses that check.
There you go. And a lot of women they will fight tooth and nail for you not to get your kids because they want that money. That's
I
all
even,
it's
but
about.
I told her too the same thing when I told her. I said you can keep the food stamps, the check, all that. I just want my kids.
And see, and like I said about you before, you when you had cut off, I said that to me, you sound like a father that is trying. I can tell you are. And a lot of men don't want to fight back. And I'm not saying fight like, okay, I'm gonna clown her and make a post. We're gonna fight back in court. There's ways where you can get your child, where they can reduce that support, where they can work out an agreement because of how you move and how you act. She might have put that post out there, but it sat there and it allowed over 40,000 people to judge you. That's really dangerous. Now, again, Zay, it didn't take much for me to find out who you were either. But when I went to the comments and I saw your personal pictures, I didn't think that was right. And not only that, she was egging in on the hate. We have to do better as women. And I think what Cindy did was childish. It shows her age. It really does. And then her baby daddy didn't make it any better, right? Well, he threatened
Yeah.
me and he threatened her, so he deserves this. Well, then you
Mm-hmm.
go to court. You go to the cops if that's what happened. You don't go to Facebook because all that does is it hurts you at the end. So all I'm saying to you is that there's ways to fight her. You're in Cali. I used to work for the state of Arizona, and I have many contacts in Cali to this day. We are going to fight together because again, you're a trying man. You are a trying man, and I see it. If you need a letter of recommendation for a job, I will help you with that. Whatever I can do to help you, Zay, I'm here to help you, man. Okay.
Thank you so much.
I just want you don't give up. I'm telling you, the road is gonna be bumpy, but if you really put your mind to it, you're gonna be okay.
Thank you. Make sure
Okay.
you follow the right Instagram too. It's the one with the underscore, Zay underscore Hardaway,
Okay. Are you
not the
able to
other one.
are you able to type that in the comments so everybody can see it?
Yeah, I got you right now.
Okay. He's about to drop his information. I know some of you guys like to tell people personally about some resources. You don't have to say it out loud if you don't want to. But Zay is in the state of California. The man does have skills. Um, Anybody that has any options or things that you can do to help him. I'm not in the state of Cali, but I do have connects. We're gonna work with helping this man out. He will be starting a GoFundMe. So to everybody that follows me, I get my Facebook back in the morning. I am gonna post that to my 87,000 followers. We're gonna do what we can to get this man the money to get a car so he can get back with helping his not only himself with his child support, but he'll be able to see his beautiful daughters. This man loves his kids, guys. We get people on this podcast who act like they care, but they don't. This man really does care. A lot of men and women make mistakes every day. Now, if this was a female who went to prison, y'all wouldn't give a fuck what she went for, right? Because she's a woman, right? We need to have that same energy. He made a mistake. He's been out trying to live his life and get it back, right? That's all we should be focused on right now. People don't look at what you did to get in there. They look at what you did after you got out. That's the most important thing. That's what jobs see. That's what people see, right? So again, guys, it should only matter that this man wants to be in his daughter's lives. Daughters need their fathers. Remember, guys, I was raised by my dad. My dad had 3 girls and a boy, and I turned out perfect. So again, we need our dads too. It ain't just about the mom, right? So again, anybody have any other questions for Zay before he leaves? I'll donate. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, so guys, when he creates his GoFundMe, he will send that to me. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. I'm gonna post it on my Facebook, and we're gonna fight the right way, okay? And we're gonna help Zay get a car. So Zay, I think maybe you should start it off with like maybe 5 grand. That way, if you're able to get a car, you'll still have some money left over to pay towards your child support too, till you get back on your feet. At the end of the day, man, it's all about you continuing to grow. I'm here to offer you any coaching you might need along the way. But Zay, just please don't give up, man. I've seen men like you who just gave up because it didn't work out. It's gonna be some times where it don't work out. Just don't give up. Okay.
I'm not.
Did you post it in the comments? I don't see it yet. Did you?
I
Oh, you
posted it
put
in the
it in the
chat.
chat. Okay, hold
How
on.
do you
Let me
post it?
copy it. No, I
Yeah,
got
how
your
you
back.
post it?
I'm gonna copy it for you right now. Hold on. Can you
Okay.
see the comments? Can you see the comments,
Yeah.
Zay?
Uh huh.
Okay, hold on. Okay, do you see it? What I just
Yeah, I see
put?
it right there. Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna highlight it. Okay, guys, I just highlighted his IG. That is his IG. So if you guys have any resources for him or any kind of things that you can send him to help him, reach out to him on IG. Again, guys, Zay, he came on here to just clear the air. We know that this man is just trying to continue to work and provide for his kids. Okay, he doesn't care that Cindy moved on. That's the last thing on his mind. He wants to bring up those 2 beautiful daughters. That's what he wants to do. If anybody thinks that this is a scam and no, I don't believe it, go to my Instagram. I collaged a lot of pictures of him with his daughters, and I also included a video of him showing up to see his kids. If that doesn't change your mindset about this man, then you're a piece of shit and you shouldn't follow me. That's how I feel about that. So Zay, man, we're gonna fight for you, man. So the first thing I want you to do when you get off, start working on that GoFundMe. Send it to my Instagram. I will send you a message right now, and then we're gonna help you out. Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate you
Did
for
you
real.
have
Thank you
anything else
guys.
you wanted to say?
No, I appreciate you guys for real. It definitely gave me a little encouragement than how I was feeling about the situation. So thank you.
Okay, and do you have any advice to any men that might be going through what you're going through? Because a lot of men would have cussed their baby mamas out, had their cousins show up and beat their ass. What is keeping you so composed where you're not attacking like most men would?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I had somebody calling right now. Uh, all I can say is the much for people that's going through what I'm doing, just keep doing you, keep loving your kids. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Don't give up, like you said. As much as I feel like sometimes like giving up, I can't. You know what I mean? So if you love your kids, you know what I mean, don't worry about what she doing. Just keep doing what you doing. If you feel like you're the best father you can be.
I heard that. Now, Black Goku Zero said Zay is living proof of why the CDC confirms that black men are more involved with their children. Very true. A lot of people like to think that black men are not trying, but you guys are listening to Zay right now. And if anybody thought that he was a bad guy, he would have said a lot of bad stuff about Cindy. I said all the bad stuff about Cindy. He said nothing about bad about her. He said she did what she had to do. I made mistakes and I'm not going to make excuses. One thing about Zay, he already took accountability. But Cindy hasn't taken accountability, and she's probably not going to apologize. This is why Zay's going to go to court. This is why I'm going to read up on what their new current laws are, and me and Zay are going to fight together. And we're going to reunite him with his kids, and we're going to help him get a car. Again, guys, it only takes us coming together. Okay, this is not a black man trying to milk the system. This isn't a black man trying to fight his baby mama with his hands. He's trying to do everything the right way, and he's still being punished. We can't punish a man that's trying, you guys. We just can't. So, Zay, I just want to say again, thank you so much for giving me your time. I know you got to get your hair cut, and then we
Yeah.
will follow up with you and do a part two once we get everything rectified, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, you stay blessed, and I'll reach out to you on Instagram.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, guys, he gave us his time. That wasn't easy, right? That wasn't easy. One thing I respect about Zay, just like majority of baby fathers, they do not talk bad about the mom. Even if the mom might call him a piece of shit, he ain't nothing. His basketball skills are trash. They will still come on here and say, I fucked up. She did what she had to do. Men are always taking the fall. Always. 100%. I'm not saying that they don't deserve some of that, but they don't deserve the whole 100. We're not going to sit up here and say that Zay is 100% of the problem. Cindy is some of that problem too, you guys. Right? Every day women will say, yeah, my baby daddy left me for another woman. I need $5,000 to get me a new apartment. And then GoFundMe will help her friends will help her get to 20 grand. Why can't we do that for a man that's trying? Why can't we do it for a man? Men rarely ask for help. He wasn't saying, well, you know what? Let me do a GoFundMe and see what I can get out of this. I suggested the GoFundMe. Everybody heard me right now on my show tell them, why don't you get a GoFundMe, right? Why not? Women do it every day. Every day. And people give to them, right? When you see a father and you see how all these pictures of him with his daughters, their smile goes from ear to ear, that is real. That's not fake. So I'm just saying, you guys, every time a woman does this, I want to bring the dad on my show so we can expose the woman. Because if I did it on a text receipt, you guys wouldn't believe me. If he sent me his side of the text receipt, y'all wouldn't believe it. So I love bringing people on to tell us their side, because once you tell us, we can now have a better understanding. Somebody is not being truthful. Again, pictures do not lie. Videos do not lie. They don't. So if I went to his page and didn't see anything, I would have been like, But when you see a man in all these different locations, his daughters are wearing different clothes, different hairstyles, that means that he is at different places with them at different times. How can he be that person, but she's telling Facebook he's never around? So IRS said, nope, give me that money. Come on, you guys. So we will be doing a part two of this once he gets his GoFundMe going, he gets a car. I'm hoping that we can help him raise that car soon, because the post that I made about him, A lot of people participated in that post. So if everybody gave just $5 to his GoFundMe, just $5, he can reach his goal of getting a car. Mind you, it'd be different if he created the GoFundMe and then said, you know what, everybody go here. No, I told him to do it because some men need that extra help. They do. Women do it every day. If you go on GoFundMe, majority of those campaigns are by women, right? If y'all can donate to a woman who lied about needing money for rent, and I told y'all they were lying, and that GoFundMe is still up right now. That same GoFundMe where that woman said, oh, she needed $1,900, it is still up. And she needed it by, 10 days? The 10th day of February? Okay, what happened? I told y'all she already had the money, but y'all didn't want to believe me, right? That GoFundMe is still up. That GoFundMe should have came down on the 10th, right? But it didn't. It's still up today. So when I told y'all that this was a scam, I meant that, right? If everybody just gave $5, it'd be okay. And I know men are prideful, so he might not give me that GoFundMe link until probably tomorrow. You know how men are. But guys, let's help him out. If everybody just gives $5, he can get to his goal. That's all I'm saying. I actually care about that man making it happen for himself, right? If I didn't look at his page and go through it, I didn't run his information. I did everything the right way. See, I didn't know what state he was in. I knew he was on the West Coast, though, because of the time. But I didn't run none of his information. I don't just run people's stuff like that, right? Unless he was to say, fuck you, I'm not going on your show, you a hoe. Then, yeah, I would have ran it, right? But this man has been very, very honest. He has. What more do y'all want from this man? He just said, I told her I don't care about the stamps. I don't care about the cash. Keep all that shit. I just want my daughters. How many men say that? How many good men would just say that at the blue? They'd be so hateful towards her, they wouldn't want to deal with neither of them. Keep the kids and you. I don't even want to see you. Some men are like that because the woman has made them that angry, right? You ruined my life. Not only does this man have to find a stable job and career, his credit could be fucked up because of the child support. So I'm just telling you guys, men have it really hard. And don't fall too far behind because then they'll take your license. So you're taking something that they need to get a job. Does that make sense, you guys? You know, in Illinois, they used to have deadbeat dads don't drive. I wrote a letter to the attorney general and I said, that is not fair. There are deadbeat moms too. They had deadbeat dads don't drive. So if you owed a certain amount of money and back child support, they took your license. Why wouldn't you let a dad drive to get to work to pay the mom? Does that make sense, y'all? But Illinois was like that. And then something mysteriously happened, and now it's deadbeat parents don't drive. Tell me that, guys, tell me that this ain't a coincidence. So they already said only men are deadbeats. That's how they were thinking. I know a lot of deadbeat moms, believe it or not. Just because the baby came out of your pussy doesn't make you a good mom. I know a lot of deadbeat moms. Go on TikTok. You'll see deadbeat moms putting a cigarette to their daughter's mouth. You'll see a deadbeat mom twerking with her 9-year-old daughter. You'll see a deadbeat mom doing a cucumber challenge with her daughter. I see a lot of them. I've already exposed 3 deadbeat moms this year and got my page shut down. So, guys, come on. Let's not act like it's only men. But people tend to think because the woman puts the baby out of her vagina that she's automatically superior. No, you're not. That doesn't make you a good mom. Some of you bitches needed to push it out and give it to the dad and say, you keep him, because I'm a piece of shit. That's what should be happening, right? Just because you had a baby doesn't make you a good mother. And clearly she had another baby with another man. So she's just fertile. She out there just doing her thing. And then when that relationship doesn't work, then what? We're going to still blame Zay? The system is not right, guys. It's not designed for it to be fair towards men. So all I'm saying, you guys, is we got to hear Zay's side. We know that he did some time, 6 years in prison. That's a lot of time. He's been out of prison almost 3 years. It's a really hard road, guys. It is. But he also said something big. He's no longer on probation. Thank God. He's not on probation now. So that means he did what he had to do to get off probation. You got to give that man his kudos for that, man. Because the first time he went to prison for 3.5 years, he reoffended and went right back. But now he's been out for a long time, consecutively. He's doing good. That's a man that's trying. What more do y'all need? And y'all know California is a 3-strike state. So we know he can't reoffend. 3 strikes, you're out. That's all I'm saying, you guys. That's a good dad. And I know there's a lot of Zays in these comments too. So when I tell y'all that these women are vile, that's what I mean. No matter how bad the dad makes you, you shouldn't be doing a cheer about him paying child support or doing a post about him being a piece of shit. He might have made a post saying how he felt, but he didn't show her social. He didn't show her government. She came on there and replied. So again, guys, I need you to realize that. She showed this man's private information, even if it's just the last 4 of his social. Most places that you do or you apply to, they usually ask you for just the last 4, right? It's dangerous. People can still identity theft you with just the last 4 of your social. When you go to his page, you can figure out his date of birth, his year. It's not hard. These scammers are really good. So what Cindy did was put him at risk. And don't let him have no identity theft situation owing child support. He gonna be in bigger trouble. So do you see what Cindy put him in? That ain't right, ladies. She didn't blur out shit, you guys. His name was visible. The last 4 of his social was visible. Dangerous game. Now, if I posted that on my page right now, I'm done for 30 days. Tell me I'm lying, you guys. That's personal. But I couldn't post that woman's public court record for being a bad parent. They shut me down for that. But this woman, Cindy, can go viral showing another man's personal information. I tell y'all every day, I can't make this shit up, guys. So again, ladies, when you are doing these things, you're only hurting the kid. Zay's a good kid. So guys, it was supposed to be a quick show. I am going to be doing a show with someone tomorrow. I'll put the details in the community chat. And on Sunday, I will be doing a show too. It won't be the trauma episode, but we will be doing that show on trauma. I still have to reach out to you guys, but the past 3 days on Instagram, I have been shadow banned. So anybody following me on Instagram, I was making different posts and people weren't seeing them. So the Cardi B post that I put up where she was mocking domestic violence, I blurred out the words like slap and all that. It still got reported. It got reported. And then they end up telling me I'll never be monetized until like July. July is when I can apply to be monetized on Instagram because the Cardi B post was reported and it went down. Now, if anybody followed me on my original page at CelebriD, every time I posted about Cardi B, it came down. It came down. Something about Cardi B. I'm not going to say it was Cardi B herself doing it, but somebody in her camp is really watching. Because when I had my original page, 3 posts were reported. And that's what led me to believe when I lost my page, it had to do with those 3 things. I was talking about how she kept drugging men. I wanted to keep talking about that. And then on this page, I've made 2 Cardi B posts so far. Both of them came down. The only one that's still up is the one where I said she did a cameo with Lizzo. That's it. So I'm just saying, somebody's following me and reporting me. In order to be reported for hate speech and bullying, it would have to affect somebody personally, right? It'll say me or someone I know. That's all. It's not hard to do. So again, guys, I've already had 7 violations on my new page, and I've only had it since August. That I've been actually posting since August. Since August of 2022, I now have 7 violations. So my CelebriD page, once it reached 10, they took it away from me. So clearly I only have 3 more chances. And then this page is going to be gone. So I really don't know what to do at this point sometimes. I've seen pages post worse. I've seen pages get away with a lot of shit. But for some reason, my page is the hot spot. So I just want to give you guys an update on that. That's where I'm at right now on Instagram. So I have to be careful with how I post now because everything I post is being monitored, basically. There is no freedom of speech. So again, guys, I'm hoping that you guys can see my posts, now, because even some people are saying that they don't get the alerts. Okay? So again, bear with me. I don't know what to do at this point, but I guess I should make another backup because this one might not be up that long. And I just started posting from this one in August of 2022, and I'm already at 7 violations. I lost my Instagram page, my first one, in July of 2022. So guys, understand that I haven't even had this one a year, and I'm on route to losing it after 3 more reports. I'm done. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody has any suggestions where they won't catch certain phrases. Let me know, because the only way I'll be able to keep my page is if I stop holding people accountable. That means no more text receipts, no more Facebook posts. I have to stop posting all of that. Anything where anyone can report me for bullying, that would mean that I won't have anything to post. So that's where I'm at though. I'm currently at 7 violations. And I mean, clearly somebody's mad, right? Okay, so I'm just looking at the comments. You are still doing great work. Thank you guys for supporting me. All I can tell you is that I'm trying, but you know how that is. But with this guy Zay, when I do get my Facebook back tomorrow, I won't be able to make that post. I'm not going to post this. If I do, I'm sure Cindy and her friends are definitely going to report me. So this post will just remain on my Instagram. I'm not going to repost it on Facebook. So a lot of the things that I posted on Instagram, I will not repost on Facebook. I have not been posting any of my old Facebook things because I have been getting reported so much. I was a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie. So a lot of the content that I have locked and loaded in my phone, I have not released yet because of that. I haven't released it. I thought I can appeal the Cardi B thing, but they said that my appeal didn't go through, and they still believe that I went against their rules. So once I start losing appeals, guys, I have to kind of fall back. Okay. So I don't know. I just feel like right now on social media, the only way you will thrive is if you bash men. If you talk bad about men, you will absolutely have longevity on social media. If you hold women accountable, if you talk about Cardi B, if you talk about women that abuse men, you are most likely going to be shut down. So if you guys want any of my advice, I will tell you just be careful. That's it. Because holding women accountable is hate speech. Talking bad about men, that is accepted. Okay. I'm starting to get that that's what it is. But anyways, I did drop Zay's Instagram. It's right there where you guys can see it. If anybody in California has any resources, please reach out to that man. Please. Because I'm not actually in Cali. But I haven't been there in years. But I know a lot of people might know somebody that knows somebody. If you know of a good job that will take on someone who's made a mistake in their life, please let Zay know. He's not turning down any work. He said he would get it wherever it's accepted. Okay? So again, if you're telling him about moving work like drugs, do not reach out to that man. He's trying to do better, guys. He does not have any room to reoffend. Okay. So again, thank you guys for attending this quick show. I will be doing another show this week. Look out for the post. The trauma episode is still gonna happen. It's gonna be Monday in the evening when everybody's home. So again, I spoke to certain people. If you've experienced trauma in your life, abuse by the hands of your mom, abuse by the hands of your father, any type of abuse that you didn't get help for in your childhood or your adult life, let's talk about it. This is going to be your help. This is going to be the episode where you can get some help. Okay. So to those people who have went through that, reach out to me on Instagram, Queen of Accountability, so we can talk about it. You can tell me what's safe to talk about and what's not, but we have to be transparent and honest, right? So that trauma episode will still happen next week. But this week, I am going to fit in a quick show, maybe on Sunday. I just don't know if the person's going to have time. But I'll tell y'all what it's going to be about later on. Okay. Other than that, to those people who have been supporting my clothing line, I did ship out like almost 40 something orders this week. Everybody should be receiving it between today and tomorrow. I want to say thank you to all those people who ordered for me. Um, if anybody knows about the Shade Room, they had that Black History contest that I didn't win. They didn't think any of my shirts were good enough. The guy that won, he was on ESPN last night, y'all. I was tight. The guy that won the Black History, he had like Virgil and he had a few people on the shirt. Okay, my thing is to me it wasn't Black History. I know Virgil was a good guy, but Black History to me is like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks. Maya Angelou. You know, anybody that lived around them times would know who all those people are. They wouldn't know who these current people are, like Virgil's and things like that. His shirt had a lot of current people on him too. And his shirt is the one that won. And he was on ESPN with Chuck and all them. I was shocked. That would have been me, y'all, with mental health. But I guess my shirt wasn't enough. It wasn't good enough. And that's okay. Because people are always going to lowball you like that in life. And that's okay. But what I'm saying is, I know people reached out to me and told me they saw it. I already saw it. It's cool. I'm going to keep on pushing this mental health agenda. And I'm going to keep on doing what I got to do to help people out. Okay? So again, be on the lookout for Zay's GoFundMe, y'all. Like I said, even if you can't give $5, you can give $3. That's okay. Give what you can. See, we're not, I don't care what you give. That's between you and God. I don't care what you give. But at the end of the day, we're going to help him out as best as we can, okay? So, guys, be on the lookout for those other posts. And now, if anybody sees that Facebook post of Cindy, you guys now know the truth, so you don't have to feed into it, okay? She already let those people feed into her lies. We know the truth. So, guys, I hope you guys have a good Friday. I'm sorry that this show is so quick, but I promise you we'll have a longer one this weekend. Stay prayed up. And if you guys need anything, reach out to me. Email accountabilityqueen at AOL or IG Queen of Accountability. Okay. If Alexis Sky does respond back to me talking crap, y'all can follow it all on Instagram. But if I can't say certain things, then I'll do a show and hopefully she'll come on. Right? A lot of these celebrities from Love and Hip Hop think they're A-list and they're really D-list. You're not really that tight. You know, right? Love and Hip Hop is not an accomplishment. Oh, I was on Love and Hip Hop for 5 years. That's not an accomplishment for being ratchet and ghetto, right? I was on Love and Hip Hop. We can see how your original face looks and how you look now. I wouldn't say that's an accomplishment, you guys. Love and Hip Hop is not a positive show. It's all about throwing things and jumping the table, rotating wigs and bad bot surgeries. It's a breeding ground for chaos and negativity. So again, Alexis Sky is from Love and Hip Hop. She's nothing special. To me, she's not. She's a cute girl, but anybody's cute with a wig and a bunch of surgery. Everybody's cute. The oversized big lips and the fake veneer teeth. It's just everybody looks like that, right? So again, ladies, if you are not in a relationship, you have no right to tell a woman how she can get one if you ain't got one. Would y'all go and see a doctor who's out of shape, who's obese himself? I'd be worried about that. Unless he's like 89, 90 years old, you better be in good shape, doc. Would you go to a dentist that has a bad mouth and bad breath? Hell no. So ladies, you over here telling women how to attract a man and be queens and all this, and you're not even that. All I'm saying is y'all didn't like when Kevin Samuels told y'all the truth, right? Y'all would say you were married twice and it didn't work, right? So we're going to do the same thing to y'all. You feel me? Okay, I'm looking at your comments. I love you guys too. You guys, thank you so much. I'm trying my best. This was a quick one that I threw in because I knew he had a busy schedule. But again, guys, I'm here to help out everybody, right? I do the best that I can. That's all I can do. It's the best that I can. I'm not perfect though. You know, I can't help everybody, but I can help who I can. Okay. If there's anything you guys need, just reach out to me. Like I said, we're all a team. Thank you to everybody who has continuously supported me. Right? Y'all see my struggles. I'm always being silenced. So when people call my stuff fake and they say what I do is fake, why am I going through real shit then? I would have to be reporting myself to be in trouble, right? And it's impossible to report yourself, right? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know that I don't like to be on a 30-day ban. That shit is for the birds, right? But they're banning me for real shit. My last 30-day ban on Facebook came because of that woman that allowed that stripper to dance on that little bitty boy. He was only 1 year old. Ass all in his face. That is dangerous. That's why I'm on a ban. And then the ban on Instagram came because Cardi B said that Thug slapped the hell out of a woman. And I covered the word slap and I still got hit with a ban. So I'm just telling you guys, I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do. They're still getting me though, right? Nikki, I want to be able to do a trauma episode. I'm gonna say every other month. Every other month I have a trauma episode where we talk about mental health. Because I do want to bring that back. Okay? Mental health in men and women. But the reason why my focus is so much on men is because the suicide rates are higher in men. Men don't know how to process their emotions. Women, we cry, we get a bottle of wine. Women, we know how to process our emotions most of the time. Men don't. Men will hold that shit in like a fart. And you know when you hold a fart in, start getting them gas pains, feel like you're going to have a heart attack. That's men holding in their mental health issues. Imagine holding in that fart. Everybody's done it. We all adults here. Everybody held in that one fart because you was at the job and you don't want to be embarrassed. And that shit hurt, didn't it? Didn't it hurt? Well, imagine a man doing that for years and years and years and not getting help, not farting and letting it out. That's what it's like. That's what it's like holding on to some shit like that. Men don't process themselves right. And that's why if they hear women talking about it, maybe they will open up and talk about it too. You got men right now that are in marriages, relationships, and they still ain't told their woman what happened to them when they were a kid. You got men right now, and I just got some emails too in regards to this. A man that was molested by his aunt, molested by his aunt from the age of 10 to the age of 17, and he never said a thing. Stuff like that, man, damaging, damaging, damaging. Real talk. Men go through it too, ladies. I know a lot of women, society, it happens to women, they get molested. Boys, the numbers would be sky high if they actually did their research. But see, society doesn't want to dig in to the amount of boys who have been molested as kids. The R. Kellys out there. Society doesn't want to dig into that because the numbers will be crazy. So right now, we want only women to be the stigma, that only women get molested. No, these boys are molested, called they mama's boyfriend. I'm going to show you how to do this. A lot of boys are going through that right now. Right now. But nobody wants to talk about that because that's a man being abused, right? If y'all actually went to these Catholic churches, majority of them are molesting boys, not girls. They are messing with these boys. That's all they do. And they've been doing it for over 40, 50, 60 years. And that one big exposure, right? Because it's white. No one cares about that. So if they actually did their research and looked at the amount of boys who were molested, the amount of boys who were like R. Kelly, man, please. We don't hear about the abuse until they're adults and they're doing it. Then we judge, right? Oh, you nasty motherfucker. You deserve 30 years. But who deserved 30 years when he was a child being raped? You feel me? When his brother was crying on a radio station saying, me and my brother were both molested. Multiple times. Well, then he should have got help. Okay, say that to a woman too then. Give him that same energy, ladies. Because when a woman talks about it, oh, poor baby, let's do a GoFundMe. But when it's a man, you're a man. Why didn't you fight back? Why didn't you ask for help? It's crazy. That's why we have these trauma episodes. Because women love to scream and point when a man is being abused. But don't you do it to a woman. Ooh, don't you do it to a woman. You're canceled, right? It goes both ways. Everybody wants to judge Chris Brown. How dare you hit Rihanna? You monster, you predator. But no one wants to talk about how Rihanna put her hands on him first because he's a man, right? No one wants to talk about how Rihanna assaulted him and stole his phone. That's theft. When she took his phone, that was theft. That's the first charge, right? Then she put her hands on him. That's assault. So let's not talk about Rihanna's theft and assault charges that she should have got, right? Because we saw that picture of her, right? That took it all away. Maybe on that picture I should put theft and assault. Would y'all think differently? Chris Brown took the fall. Chris Brown took the fall even though he knew Rihanna was the cause, right? He's driving a fast car. She takes his phone. He's trying to get it back and she's punching the fuck out of him. I can see that happening. That's what women do. Well, he's driving. He ain't going to try to kill us both. I got his phone. Come on, ladies. Y'all know how you guys are. But Chris Brown took the fall and he's been paying ever since. Men go through this every day. Men always take the fall. Zay is taking the fall for Cindy going viral. Yet he's the one that's being called the piece of shit. And he's still protecting this woman who put him on blast for some lying shit, right? Now, Cindy would have said he tried to file after I told him no, even though he gets our kids every other weekend, even though he's always around trying to take care of our kid. Now, if she would have put the truth in there, people wouldn't have shared it as much, right? Because now she's adding the truth. She made it sound like this piece of shit for a man who never gets his kids had the nerve to file. That's how Cindy put it. But that's not the truth, guys. So again, what Cindy is doing is why men give up. Cindy makes it hard for men to say, you know what? Fuck this. Let me go back to selling them things on the street. So I'm just saying, you guys, that's what it is. So again, I just want to tell you guys, if you are going through what Zay is going through, don't give up. That's all I'm going to say, fellas. Don't give up. Fight for your kids. Men do fight. Men do fight for their kids. But it's like fighting. It's like one man fighting an army of 50 when you're in court. Because the judge is typically going to be a woman who's probably on her period. So she's emotional and she's bitchy. You have to catch her on the right day. They always tell judges to be fair, to not be biased. That's a crock of shit. If you catch this judge on a bad day, good luck. This judge could have got disrespected by a black man coming into court. So do you think she's going to be nice to that black man? No. I hate to tell y'all the truth, but this is what it is. The judge could be on her period and her pill hasn't kicked in yet. So now she has cramps and she's mad and bitchy. She's going to take that out on him. That's why for child support, it should be a man every time. No matter who's the bad parent, it should always be a man. That's always been my opinion. Because women, they don't know. You catch them on the wrong day, good luck. That's all I'm saying. Brian, male judges do sides, but not at the rates of women judges. I've seen it. Now, Brian, I don't know how many court appearances you've been to, but I can say I've been to at least probably like 100 in my day. And I can guarantee you, women side with women, I would say 85% of the time. A man might side with a woman. A man judge might side with a woman. I would say probably 40% of the time. So again, I've seen it. I've seen it. Women are more emotional with their decision making. If a woman is crying and he cheated on me and that judge got cheated on, they're gonna be more attached to that woman just off of that. Now, if a woman's crying to a man and he cheated on me and I hate that motherfucker, the judge ain't gonna feel bad for her. He's gonna still listen and not have any emotional responses. It affects women more. Oh, he cheated on this woman and I'm a mother. So Brian, if you don't get what I'm saying, sir, I don't know how else to put it. I've seen judges get teary-eyed when a woman said, oh yeah, he cheated. And you know, my daughter said, why would he do this to you, mom? And a judge getting teary-eyed. It was over for him. Judges aren't supposed to show any emotion. Just like a cop, when he goes to a crime scene and he pulls that sheet back and it's a little girl. He can't sit there and go, he can't do that. He has to be tough. Women will pull that sheet back and they will sit there and rub their eyes because the tears are going to come because they're mothers. That could be their child. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Women judges are the worst. That's why. So if nobody gets that, then good. A lot of those women judges are not like Judge Judy. Judge Judy is a mean motherfucker. She don't care if you're a woman, man, dog, parrot. She going to be tough. A lot of women are not like Judge Judy. They're not. You can cry to her and say, and she'll say, what'd you do wrong, though? And change all that up. Well, I noticed that you're not crying anymore. See what I'm saying? A lot of these judges are not like her. If you can get a Judge Judy, you have a fair chance. But how many of them are like her? Not a lot. You get that old middle-aged white woman who's mad at the world. That's what I'm saying. It's hard for men when it comes to court. You're better off asking for a male judge because you don't want him to be emotional and all that with the woman. It happens because the first thing a woman's going to do is cry. They say crying helps you win. That's all I'm saying. Brian, you said you've been in court and you've had a guy judge. Well, I'm not saying all guy judges are perfect. I'm just saying I would prefer a male judge for my client. That's all I'm saying. In those hearings that I went through, the men, they understood. They held both parties accountable. And they did what was fair across the board. Women, I've seen them get teary-eyed. I've seen white judges start turning red in the face. That's how you know it's getting to them a little bit, because they start turning red. So I'm just saying, I was able to read things that weren't right. That's all. Let me see. So yeah, guys, that's where we're at. At the end of the day, I know that it's hard for men to fight to get their kids because they already look at you guys as bad. And if you owe back child support, they already view you as a piece of shit. They won't say this man is trying. Like I said, a lot of dads can't give you money. They might not have a job. They might not have income. But if they're willing to give their kids time, that is priceless. Look, babe, or look, all my bills are paid. I just don't have any money to take them to couches and coasters. But can I get the kids and we can color? Can I get the kids and we can play Monopoly? That's time. That's free. You don't always have to take your kids to Disneyland. The amount of money you spend on your kid doesn't determine if you're a good parent or not. You got a lot of these pieces of shit for parents putting their kids in Fendi and Prada and Gucci. How is that helping that kid? Why not take that money and invest it for them when they get older so they can go to college? You feel me? So really, there's a lot of deadbeat moms out there. You're showing us what you spent money on, but where's the investment? You're making Gucci rich. How are you going to make your kid rich 20 years from now? Dumbasses. That's what I'm talking about. Please understand that. I've seen it, and y'all can do better on both ends, right? Kids don't care. You can pay hide and go seek with your kid, and they'll be happy like they would at Disneyland. Tell me I'm wrong. You can tell a kid, peekaboo, now your turn, and they'll go nuts over something for free like that. You feel me? You can take them to McDonald's and let them go into Playland. That's Disneyland to them. Kids are simple. They're simple. So again, I don't want to hear that shit with you trying to impress and all that. You don't got to do that. So again, guys, at the end of the day, if you're going through a battle right now, don't give up. Just don't give up. It's when you're going through the worst that something good is going to happen, okay? So with that being said, guys, thank you for listening to the show. Again, you know how to reach me. To those who have been, fully supporting and holding other people accountable, thank you. Thank you. Don't send me all this stuff. Try to do something first and then send me what happened. We have to hold each other accountable, right? It takes a village. I can't do it all by myself. I need y'all to start being on some bands with me. Shit. Let's be on bands together. Y'all trying to get my shit taken away. I be getting some bad stuff that I can't post. Y'all know I can't. So why would you want me to go out like that? You post it and tell me how it does. And then I see. You feel me? That's all I'm saying, guys. I'm not nobody's savior. So again, we have to work together. So if anybody has been going through any trauma, reach out to me and we'll go from there. And just don't give up. That's all I can say. It's going to get better. It will get better. Just don't give up. And ladies, you know what you're doing. Those kids are not pawns. This is not chess. This is real life. If that man is willing to give you his time, take that. That's priceless. Please stay off of Facebook with your personal stuff because it can come back to haunt you. I promise you it can. Okay? So with that being said, guys, have a good Friday and just stay on the lookout. I will tell you about the next show. I'm trying to put some things together. Hopefully everything works out the way I want it to. But I will be joining someone else's show tomorrow, and I'll tell y'all where that's going to be. And then we'll just go from there, okay? So with that being said, peace and love. I'll talk to you guys soon.